All right, so Danie, now that we know each other better, we've socialized a bit, I understand more about you, your work, what do you do here at the company. I'd like to use this grid to ask you 5 questions about the stock market.
Okay.
Now, I use this grid for various reasons. The first reason that I use it is it gives me a plan to work with so that I don't forget to cover something that's important. The second reason why I use the grid, Danie, is so that you can keep track where we are and how far we've gone.
Okay.
The third reason why I use the grid, it gives me the ability to write down your answers, everything you tell me, so then we can see what's important to you, and we can't forget anything. So are you ready?
Yes.
So the very first question that I want to ask you, Danie, is, have you traded the stock market?
Yes, I did.
Excellent. Okay. How did you do?
Not so good.
Okay. Not good.
No, not at all.
Tell me more.
I lost a substantial amount of money.
Shoo. Lost substantial money. How did that happen?
Well, I suppose I didn't know what I was doing and I didn't get any support from the company that I've joined.
Okay, hold on. You told me 3 important things. So the first thing you said, you had no knowledge,
That's right.
or not sufficient knowledge,
Sufficient knowledge. Yeah.
and you got no support,
No support.
and you joined some company.
That's right, yes.
So who did you join?
LSI.
London School of Investment.
Yes.
All right. Were you, obviously they're not happy with their product.
Well, no, for sure not.
Okay. Tell me more about no knowledge.
Well, they obviously just gave me like books that I must study through.
Yeah.
Firstly, they said they will help me if I need any support, but they actually not giving me that sufficient support in order to know where to invest my capital into, when to buy and when to sell. I have to do it myself.
So you are frustrated.
Pretty much, yes.
Okay. You want to make some money from the stock market.
Well, I believe you can, yes.
And you're serious enough to keep going at it. You're not going to give up.
No, well, it depends.
Okay.
I don't want to lose money again, yeah.
Okay. So let me write down that word depends. I'm going to put it in in red.
Yes.
So it all depends.
Yes.
It depends because you don't want to lose money.
Of course.
So what you're saying to me is you want to do it right.
Yes, for sure.
Okay. Can I summarize something here?
Please do.
What I'm getting from you is you're losing money because you've got a lack of knowledge.
Yeah.
And you know until you don't attend to this, you'll never make money.
No, for sure not, and I will keep losing money.
So are you coming to me because you want to do this properly this time out?
Well, hopefully you can help me, yeah.
Okay. That's why you want to sign up with us.
Well, yeah, I'm skeptic because I lost money, and obviously the other guy, people also promised me the moon and the stars.
Okay, but you want to do it properly?
Yes.
Okay. Let me now move to question number 2.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going back to the recording. We took a break so that I could eat a samosa or something, whatever it's called. And then Danie asked me an interesting question. He asked me the question of, okay, what happens if someone makes money? Does it go back to knowledge? And then I started showing him a mind map that I'm busy working on. Now, you people listening to the recording can't see the mind map. I'll post it, but I want to tell you about it. So if you look at this PowerPoint slide here, when you ask people, have you traded? There's only one of 2 answers they can give. It's either
Yes or no?
exactly. Which one of these 2 are you going to get most often?
No.
What percentage of time are you going to get no?
98.
98%. So only 2 out of every 100 people is going to say to you, yes, I've traded.
Yeah.
So what do we do in sales training? All we do all the time is we speak about all the reasons that people give of why they've not traded. And on this mind map, you see the 7 reasons. So when you say to someone, have you ever traded? They say, no, I've not. Your question in red is, why not?
Why not?
And you know they're going to give you one of these 7 answers.
Yes.
Watch this on the other side. When you say to someone, have you ever traded? And they say yes. All you have to do is ask them, so how did you do? If you ask people how did they do, what are the only two results that they can get?
Good or bad?
Lost money.
They either made money or it doesn't matter if they made money or lost money. What is the next question you should ask them? Well, how did you do this? Why? Why did you make money or?
Why did you lose money?
So let's talk about it. I'll throw the ball in your court. Why would someone make money from the stock market and why would someone lose money from the stock market?
Information, knowledge.
Can I give you something that we don't discuss often? If he's made money either because he has the knowledge or
He was
He
lucky.
doesn't.
he was lucky.
Yeah.
We got some information from someone.
Well, I'd say getting
It's the same as
information as
lucky.
part is lucky.
Lucky, yeah.
So it's the opposite to knowledge. He made money by luck. Either someone told him, gave him a tip in the bar or on the golf course, or he inherited the shares, or he got it from the company where he worked, or some shit.
So the question should be, how many times do you think you're still going to be lucky?
So if the guy says, I made money, all you have to ask him is, well, why did you make money? Was it because you know what you were doing, or because you got information, or you were lucky? And it doesn't matter if he says he was lucky, you say, okay, so how much do you know? And what is he going to say?
Nothing.
Nothing. Oh, so you want the knowledge. But the wonderful thing is someone who already made money from shares not knowing anything, it's easy for them to buy. If they made money and they were knowledgeable, all you have to say to them is, well, why am I here today? Why did you make the appointment? And they could turn around and say, well, I want to learn even more. If they lost money, all you have to do is say to them, well, why did you lose money? They either lost money because they made the wrong decisions, their knowledge wasn't good, or they were unlucky because they got a bad tip or bad information or bad advice. And then all you have to do is say to them, so how much do you know?
Am I right if I say that even if he says he's got the knowledge, that you should actually assume that he's lying? Because if he was still knowledgeable and he was still making money, he would not be sitting in front of you.
Absolutely. I've had people who say to me, my knowledge is 8 out of 10. And then I say to them, so, okay, why am I here? And they said, well, I want to learn even more. I need your software. How do I sign up? And then those people are the easiest people to sell because they've made money, they know what they're doing, they understand that better tools will make it easier, and they just go for it.
Okay.
They're not ignorant. So let me,
When it got to the greed,
yeah?
when I did the comparison between what his money is doing in the bank and what his money could do in the stock market,
Yeah.
and I said, wow, that's too good to be true.
Okay.
That's too good to be true. That's difficult for me to believe. And then he kept on that shadow of saying, it's too good to be true. Are you not one of these schemes? How do you run away from that and bring him back to
Okay. I'm going to answer you. So, please let me make sure you all understand it clearly. Yesterday in the training, we spoke at length about the fact that actually we do two things in our sales presentation. Here with the banks and policies, we take 5,000 Rand.
Yeah.
And we show him how this money is going, and we get to, he's making 82 cents a day.
Yeah.
Okay? Then we take 5,000 Rand on this side, and we go into a practical trade with a trade idea, and we show the guy that in a year he can make 98,000 Rand.
Comparison.
And then we make a comparison. We say to the person, what do you want? What do you want? Do you want this money in the bank, or do you want this money trading the stock market? Now, what he's saying right now is some people get freaked out and look at this and say, it is too good to be true. How is it even possible to make this kind of money? So, how I handle it, I undersell. And I'll show you practically now how I undersell. So I'm going to say to you, look, it's possible to make 98,000 Rand. I want you to say to me, respond in the role play and say to me, Hardus, it's too good to be true. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's do the role play. So your 1,000 Rand, what has it grown to now?
98,000 per annum.
What do you think of that?
Hardus, I tell you, this is too good to be true.
Okay. I agree with you.
Are you not one of those money schemes that we hear about outside?
Okay, I'm going to give you two answers.
Okay.
Firstly, do you understand that we are not going to trade for you? We're going to teach you to trade for yourself.
Yes.
So whatever money you're going to trade with, you are going to be in control, and your success will be dependent on you.
Okay.
Do you understand that?
I do.
You are the person who's going to do this thing. Okay, so now, let me show you something. I'm going to ask you a question, but I want to show you something. Let me first ask you a question. It's always so interesting to ask people this.
Yeah.
When you do things in life, how successful are you normally? Are you like 10% successful at the kind of things that you attempt, or 20%, or 7%, or 80%? How successful do you believe you are?
It depends. Sometimes I'm on 40, 60. Sometimes I'm on 52.
Okay.
Somewhere there, yeah.
So let's say you don't do this totally right. Let's say you get it right only 50% of the time.
Yeah.
Then you'll only make half this money, am I right?
Yes.
What's half of 98,000?
40, 49, 40.
Let's say you start with this course and you really shit, and you only get it right 10% of the time. How much money will you then make?
About 9,000.
So here's my question to you. Do you want to keep your money in the bank and make 300 Rand for the year? Or do you want to be 10% successful in the stock market and make 9,000?
Definitely I'll go with the 9,000.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
With the knowledge you have now, are you even going to be able to do that?
And
So what do you need to do?
take the course.
So you want to sign up?
Yes, sir.
Welcome on board, man. Did you see that? Don't keep on hammering. If someone is skeptical or they're concerned that they're not going to make the money, break it down.
And confirm his fear.
Of course, it's normal for people to be scared. Not everyone's going to be successful from word go. Every client's got to understand your results will depend on you and what you want to do. Yeah.
Would you always start off by giving him the solution, or would you ask him, you said it's too good to be true, what about this sounds too good to be true to you, and let him give you specifics?
I'll tell you what makes me nervous personally about asking that question. So let me give you a long explanation. And I'm just going to jump to a different part of the presentation to try and make the point. When I sit in front of a client, what I train you guys to do is when you say to the guy, have you traded? And he says no. And you ask him why not? And he says, I've got no time. In the old days, the salesman would try and convince the person that he should actually make the time for this. And they might win the argument, but they'll definitely lose the sale. If you try to tell people, man, you're talking rubbish, whatever, you have the time, even if you think you don't, it's not cool. I'm getting totally carried away, but people will make the time for anything that they feel is important to them. Here's Danie sitting. Danie goes to the gym. How long do you spend there every day?
1.5 hours.
1.5 hours. Who else goes to the gym and spend 1.5 hours there a day? Anyone else around this table?
I said, yes, would you believe it?
So if I ask you, why don't you spend 1.5 hours in the gym, what would your answer be?
My answer will be I don't have time. I can only gym for 30 minutes, not more than that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You see that? What he's
excuse.
actually saying is,
He's got 30 minutes.
I don't desire changing my body enough to go and spend 1.5 hours in the gym. If I really break it down.
Absolutely.
So, why will I not want to ask a person, what was the question that you wanted to ask?
What is it about that scares you? Or sounds too
I think you
unrealistic?
put yourself at risk that
10 objections.
he's going to come up with 10 stories to justify why he feels that way.
Okay.
And all you're going to do is get yourself deeper into trouble with him convincing himself that it's too good to be true. So ignore the answer. It's too good to be true, and say, yeah, it is. It's too good to be true for sure. So let's go and look at worst